Well, hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Let's just go. So the Phasmid here. Wait. Phasmid? Hello. Well, Kim, what do we do?
Yes?
Tell me about the Phasmid. Oh. What is my quest currently? Well, let's talk to it.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else, in a lower pitch.
Electrochemistry very high. Linda's childhood, you're closely marked by stars. A very cool way on the west. Laid the pheromone on thick. Ah, right. I forgot about that. Say something onto it quietly. Something like whisper. This is the Insulidian Phasmid. Let's listen. It's the Insulindian Phasmid.
It is.
You hear the familiar ringers check out sipping slowly, painstakingly.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera.
No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
Jim, the flash is loud. You won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
Continues to pull the lens up.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the Phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
Stop. Let me approach it first.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He stopped fiddling with the camera but does not put it down.
You see the Phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Who cares what they think, Kim? Just listen to me.
Understood. Of course.
Says with a nod.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Let's just approach carefully. 97%, let's do it.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps.
Sounds like a
toward
rattlesnake.
Phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly. Give it a handshake.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence.
Raise the other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you. Shifting around in the reeds around it, in the muddy water, you notice some of its hind legs apparently standing on the water from time to time. It's that light.
Standing on water. Good dang. Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming. Heels dropping on the solid ground.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Lieutenant watches you apprehensive.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Tell me, what are you doing? Spoke to the hangman. Do not give up on Phasmid. Knows of parthenogenesis.
I exist.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Fire, burning. It's wunderbar. I'm ill, but I tell you what will happen. It will happen.
But I will tell you what it's like for me.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
My body aches. I'm bleeding. I'm ill in my head. I'm insane. It's how it is for me. My heart, for me, it's sadness. Input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards, but that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon. By what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
No, you're the type of animal I would like to be. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. What is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
I'm glad to be me.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
Until I change my mind. I want to be you. It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when a vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral.
Sky
In
funeral?
honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
A leaf eater. Ah, so you do eat leaves. So Lotus has never worked.
Detective,
I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that. The killer. I was born to detect you. Yeah.
Yes. No one detected me for such a long, long time. For thousands of years. I dithered, out of sight. Trapped myself in greenery.
This is my masterpiece. No, this is just an accident. It's my masterpiece.
No one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping off blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from? All this. Around us. The world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by God. And all we can do is beat our fists against it, day after day, with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Yum yum. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia.
Phantasmadia.
Insulandia isoma. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play
Cloning.
with trash bins and boys. No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
Did they actually get hurt by the bombs?
I have
Were they
stayed hidden
artilleries?
through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
How?
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness, a volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The pale too came with you. No one
The pale
remembers
came
it
with-
before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, pale is human made? I don't have that power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
What, by uninstalling the game? This is getting a bit meta.
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
I don't want to know. Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here?
Object
Please
permanence.
don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Blink, quick. But I want to blink and undo 12 billion years of matter expansion. This is a gloaming that I've been waiting for ever since I woke up from the hotel room. I've forgotten the whole world once, when I drank too much. I'll be extra careful not to blink, stick insect, don't worry. Extra careful.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim? And am I having a violent epileptic seizure? Why would he have epileptic seizure? There's no flashing lights here.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like? Okay, but forget it.
You're just staring at it.
Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind. Nothing. Just look at the stick insect. Everything is normal.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Sort of. No. Told you it's what it's about. Our fate. The case? The case is meaningless compared to this. I've totally transcended the case.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
No, there are no more thoughts. All the creatures I've met, you are the kindest, scariest, most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
Is this insolent Indian phasma telling me to be a comet? What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, he smells of fires. So awfully far you would prepare to go in her presence. End it.
I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Just tell me about my ex-wife. Okay, Kim. Take the picture.
Okay.
The slow ring of metal. The lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Maybe should have warned her about the flash.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
No. Did it kill it?
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white streaks against the reeds of the sky, and you as a shadow before it. Carefully pass satellite form. We got it. Back off. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker. Oh yeah. Well, it kind of looks like its head at least, kind of looks like a mind flare.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish.
Oh.
The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick it. I think it'll kill me, but sure, let's lick it.
It tastes like sugar.
Oh yeah,
Very
it's
faint. The anthropod
sugar.
towers above you, tufts of reeds pointed from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
carefully paired scythe-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
Run your hand up the slender limb higher. This almost feels sexual. Pull your hand away.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system.
We got it. Back up.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Holy shit, it's fast.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
What do you mean, the box? There's a box on it. Can walk on water? What's that in the reeds? It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the reeds? Maybe we can give this picture over to Leah and Morel.
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
What now?
He puts his hand into the ashes, dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Hey, the buoy. I got the helmet. Oh shit. I've got the helmet! So what the other guy was wearing. Half light, minus one suggestion. This monstrous looking bug-eyed ceramic helmet was in the phasmid's nest. It still has some reeds sticking out of it, and it smells of seawater. But it's otherwise wearable, if not exactly comfortable. Putting it on feels scary somehow. What's on? Man, why does it have to have a huge rim? Looks stupid. There. I'm a Revolutionary nationalist. Hell yeah. Triangong 446. $70. The bolt action 446 caliber Triangong is the poor man's sniper rifle. While not the most reliable of firearms, it is relatively precise due to a very manageable recoil, thus allowing the shooter to take multiple consecutive shots fast. This particular piece is missing a scope though. Where's the scope? Oh, there's the scope. T932 rifle scope. A common 30mm sniper scope attachable to almost any bolt action 446 caliber. Use an older style non-dotted range-finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens, and it suffered water damage from its time in the phasmid's dowry.
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
Don't think this helmet would have helped me anyway. Look down at your wound. Yeah, shot me in the penis. At least my collector's impossibly satisfied. Sure I'll have a use for this armor in the future.
It would have looked very impressive. Still, you found it all. Now your mortal coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic.
At least now, I am truly invincible.
Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong, as if your blood is mixing with that of the venerable Philippian loyalists of old.
Oops, I didn't mean to wear a nationalist jacket. Mixing. Does my blood need mixing? Or is it good as it is?
Apologies, you're right. The need for a strong central government has always been clear to you. You're a true patriot of Revachol, born to do it. It's time to clean up the streets and restore the city to its former glory. Whether you like it or not, this jacket gives you serious nationalist cred.
Hell yeah. For Revachol. Hey, it's a book. Clash's passport. How did it end up here? This well-traveled passport with visas stamped on it is issued by the Republic of Ornier. You found it in the Phasmid's nest on the island. You can open it for more details.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
So she wasn't lying.
Classia's hidden documents from the empty boy.
Look at the photo.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
If only we could see the picture.
Old photo, before life came and did what it does.
What was this doing in the Phasmid's nest?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Perhaps. For some blackmailing plan. I think the Phasmid took it. Phasmid took it, and I sensed it do so. I saw something open up the buoy with spindly legs. Point to your head.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious.
Perhaps it was curious, like an octopus. Perhaps it had a vendetta against our Miss Ornier. Yeah, curious like an octopus.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point.
It says Katarzyna Alazie.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name, where Klasia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Oh, so this is also the fake name. Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name. She lied to us. This is her real passport, not a fake, because it's her real name?
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
What's her real name, then? So many people have died for her.
I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alazie, or Klasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
Put the passport away. Come on, 98%. 9 minutes. Shit. Alright, you son of a bitch. It's time to talk. Got your scope, you son of a bitch. I still just have one bullet. Alright. Not perfect, but I'll take it.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Can't go where?
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
See.
Stares at the reeds in full silence. Is he blind now? Did he blind himself?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing. Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Snap your fingers under his nose. Wave your hand in front of his eyes. Touch his shoulder gently.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the phasmid. Orange shock, yes.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke.
He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the read for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
Just the man's
No
shoulder.
response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years. It's not that.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yes, you forget it's there.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
The old man stutters.
The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
It's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company? What?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
You found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Tap on the helmet on your head.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
Well, good thing that I'm now continuing the war.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Show him the Orange's passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirits.
Why does it sound so familiar now?
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
Show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
Yeah, he keeps looking towards the reeds.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
Lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm going to let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Soft covers, serialized
Nah, you know what? Since we have so much conceptualization, where is it? There it is. All right, let's try it.
soft covers,
Low,
serialized
or whatever.
fantastique, and still nothing.
All right.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the Elysium?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM. Sounds like RCM, Revolutionary Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
We are the RCM.
It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
What I'm hearing is, we descend from the glorious Revolutionary Army. Still embarrassing in 51 now. Maybe we need a rebrand. ICM sounds like ICP. Very close to the International Collaboration Police. Nice and normal that way. Just catch your breath.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter.
A white star.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those Spix stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Freighter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Those barrels right here. That's what I was talking about. In a boot. Okay, I can't go upstairs. Best way to go back is to activate the chain. I feel. What is this? Big pile of shit? Its eyes are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Someone's waiting for me. Not bad feeling about this.
Look what the tide brought him.
Jean Vacmire. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head. JV? And he's my, partner? I said fuck off? Ah. So now he's without his sunglasses.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it.
Insulindian miracle.
Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
I can't help that the helmet looks like shit.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Forget about all this. There's a giant... The armor? No one seems to be bothered by it. Who are you people?
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Points at you with both hands.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
Yeah, I'm a cop in a goddamn exoskeleton. Oh, that explains it.
Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on, it's hard to tell.
Vic, calm down.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I
Trent,
believe
oh.
we've met on several occasions.
He's the one that gave me Dumpty Dum.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
My special task force.
Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Is my team.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
Suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Way to feed me to the wolves. No, Kim, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy them.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing Lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
How'd you know I was here? You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. You never told me you're from the horse... You're not the horse-faced woman? Point to her. Said Trent Hiddleston. Turns out to be Special Consultant Trent Hiddleston. Duped again. No one's who they say they are. Mentioned a task force. Have you all been this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. How'd you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
After all that Sylvie stuff, he betrays me? I saved his establishment and still betrays me? Turn to face the general direction of the Welling ranks. Welling and yell, "Damn you, cafeteria manager, you betrayed me for the last time." Understand. Okay, God told you.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
Mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally. I get it. Major Crimes Unit. Fresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Baby.
Stares at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah. First, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
You're not the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I suspected something was off. Maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you. Don't like being lied to. Okay, I had that coming. Yeah, you're too sarcastic.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to batter you up after you told us to fuck off. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
That's right, I don't
Judging by
remember.
the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum, or maybe a short but close stint on the task force.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
We're still friends, I just have a stupid head. I'm truly sorry, Officer Minot. Officer Minot, glad to make the acquaintance. Let's put the past behind us.
Right, sir.
Turned to stunningly very cold.
Lieutenant, okay. Because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
So Tron Hiddleston turns out to be special consultant Tron Hiddleston.
Yes, I'm Tran Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Tran Heilestam.
Wait, what was up with the kid then? So what are you special consulting here?
Mikhail? Mikhail is my son.
Oh yeah? What's up with all the interesting history? Spying on me? Oh, okay, sorry.
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
It's a bit of both. So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this. Tell me, at least you are who you said you were. Okay, that does have something to do with it, yes.
Yes, I'm still Kinki Soragi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Maybe being all this time there's a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? Or will burn, said Light Officer Vickmeyer. Make no mistake about it. Why didn't you detect or die then? Why'd you leave a literal police guard? Say all those things? I don't like that anymore.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. All must pay. God, you told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
Man, this guy's petty. None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pal, and so on.
Oh, okay.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socio-economically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vrede for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
I drank so much I lost my memory, and I'm now slowly recovering it. I made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know what I am. It might have nothing to do with an anomaly in the church. It might have something to do with an anomaly in the church. A 2mm hole in the world. I'm a highly experimental detective. This was a method I used to solve the case. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Capitalism. Capitalism fucked me beyond all recognition. Trotty is right. So stupid, but let's go with it.
Look at half Boohoo here. Victim of the ethanol industrial complex. What are you, an infa-communist now? You think this is a joke? Asking him was a mistake. He's a teenage psycho. I asked you. It's not possible to wipe your own memory with alcohol alone, right? He's either lying or insane.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Mural.
The two cases in your ledger.
Yeah, I remember that.
The unsolvable case and the
beat
next
them up.
world mural. Those were recent.
Next world mural. I remember the next world mural. It said fuck the world or whatever.
Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What the hell are you on about, Trent?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Gestures toward the scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
Total input.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will
You're completely
not
useless.
be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again. Line detective is good for now. He's wrong. I'm too far gone for work. Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit. Yeah, I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really? Just stand there?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Hold on. In the ocean? Faint ignorance. It was stolen by Jacob That wasn't me. It was stolen by traffic hooligans. I drove into the ocean when I was drunk. Thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. The time had come to kill the sunset. I know. I know what it's doing there.
I do. You drove it into the water. Everyone on the street saw you do it. It's going to be a local landmark too, on the brochure. Thank you for fucking us, Harry. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired, and I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, my badge? Got my badge right here. Shot him. Unless I haven't found it yet. What I do have is this futuristic armor. Top your helmet, yeah.
We're not armor cops. We're cops. People don't know us by our armor. They know us by our badges. You called in and said you lost yours. Have you found it?
I haven't found it yet. I'll lie.
He doesn't have it. Here's an idea. Maybe you could look in the motherfucking motor carriage you drove into the sea. Maybe look there. Ah, fuck it. I get it myself. Just tell me you have your gun.
Gun. Just repeat gun. Gun. The gun is right here. Show him the Villiers 9mm. I have a new gun. Present Ruby's gun. Upgrade my gun to a rifle. Present the Triangong 446. Gun? Behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. Show him your 2 pistols and 2 rifles. Yeah, I'm upgrading my gun to a rifle.
Upgraded it. I don't care about your weapon mania, Harry. I only care about your official sidearm, which you lost.
That's a Triangong 446. It was used to kill a man from nearly a kilometer away. No. Okay, I got that too. Show him the boring sidearm. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have my sidearm. Even though I'm holding it.
I knew it. I told you we didn't have it.
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
Oh, I would say it's very bad. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Please, put the stolen rifle away before you kill someone.
I didn't lose my gun. I have my gun. So it doesn't even matter if I found my gun. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. I try not to, but I can't work as well without it. Yeah, I'm not drunk. I haven't even started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
Forgot to drink.
Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
No idea what you're smelling. I washed death off me. Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad. None of this matters. My odor situation is meaningless compared to what I've discovered. Yeah, I did wash myself.
The man doesn't reply, but his expression speaks for him.
You should have done a better job, is what it's saying.
I've handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Classier. She was some kind of spy from the Occident, specially trained. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island. Gang got duped there. She pulled one on me. Yes, I let her go. As an act of mercy. It's just a small detail. It's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. That doesn't matter. None of it does. We are looking at the oxygen holocaust times at quadrillion. Have come to know the final fate of man and the universe.
Oh, well, if you got really high, then I guess it's okay. Then it's all been worth it. Let's not even get into the other suspect, who shot herself in the head.
Who? Ah, Ruby.
Or the fact that you're ever Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, what he said. I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it. Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you? Firefight is a trivial matter compared to the greatest discovery of this century. Just sorry. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
Been 8 days.
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Double your freighter.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely.
He's
making it sound
being
like
the one
he's
that's
guilty
taking the
of at
notes.
least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should
What do you
yell
mean?
something.
You should yell something. I'm a policeman of the state to come. It's not a good idea. What do you mean?
The RCM consists of policemen of the state that is, so a little discrepancy there.
Turns back to Vicmer.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
All the smoking everywhere. All the time. I think I only smoked once. Because it's one of the quests.
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species,
Yeah.
A new species?
a colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
Oh?
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Hosiana. Boom shakalaka, motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely giant carbonist. It's what I've been trying to tell you about. See nothing.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
He ignores you, still staring at the phasmid.
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes. The Phasmid may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years. It's probably not connected per se, but the perpetrator knew of its existence. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, but also
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Also, the Phasmid was female. The reeds are his nest. The killer, Leonovich Dross, we have a strong motive for. The previous head of the Debadors Union was assassinated by our killer. And I also fixed the strike situation. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found. Also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area. Confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad. So what do you want to say? Want to take this hot shit back?
Female? What makes you think so?
you had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female, and the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It gathered items in its nest, a helmet, a scope, and a passport. I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Observation, just a hunch. It told me.
Interesting. Then it is especially vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the entire species.
We're probably talking conservation efforts here. Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
It could have been male, actually. I still think it was female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
Actually, I like to dedicate it to Liam.
This
Leah.
would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Nah. And I also fixed the strike situation.
how? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Everhart, until the rep came to see that the Union desires war, at which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
What? Hand clear the terminal?
It was an accident. I did it for the real revolution. I just told some people some things, no big deal. Things are calmer now. I masterminded a solution to an unsolvable problem. Yeah, I did it for the world revolution. Viva la revolution! Eat the pigs. Yeah, but for, like, conservative revolution. Yeah, I actually just got manipulated into it.
Cool. To me, it sounds like you got played by Everclear. And it's true. You are his little peony.
It's not quite like that. The move allowed us to stabilize things here. It was not bad for Martinez, and we don't owe anyone anything.
Okay.
Silence. Good. The man doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, I missed you in the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
Nothing is not important. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. A. Commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Doesn't matter, I did it.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just
Fridge.
chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Confiscate drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
And also a dead man on the boardwalk.
Yes, fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
And you know I found him, because they were sent to handle it.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
The previous head of the Debadors Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
We have a strong motive for him. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. Maybe I should. Yeah, whatever.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
I don't have time for this. Straight to the motive, please. A revolutionary metronome?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Lilianovich. Krasovich. Larsovich.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
That's interesting.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
So that's why it is Snezovich.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Do I get a bit of encyclopedia thingy for that?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. I had another thing.
No, detective. We have a motive.
Just for you to speak up.
Take the advice.
He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like the Phasmid. It's way more than that. It will win me Dora back. Ah, so we got a name. It's my masterpiece. Don't teach this in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle. I'm still not completely satisfied with it. Could be a little neater.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Maybe that's your own breath.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass. In time.
So what do you say? Want to take this hot ship back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Also, I don't want to be in I quit.
So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions about, before we go. About who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No way, I was a flagellant monk. That does explain a lot.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of foul sportswear I've amassed.
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Said in Coron. I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
What? Okay, why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Well, that was a poor choice. You shouldn't have been with the RCM. Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick. Who? Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora England, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora England? So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years? Okay, 6 years is not that much. Couldn't have been 6. 3. Let's go with 3.
No, it was 6. Like, ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That, and Dora England really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Welkin?
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're
Captain
being kind.
Price.
It is an understaffed station and the district is too big.
Sounds
Which is
familiar.
why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it. Not now.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the Force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under
Lucky,
the
huh?
curved roof of a former silk factory shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance? Went to the church.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why'd we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Nice. Our cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
She looks to Vicmir.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Yeah.
They should know as soon
They
as
inspired
possible.
me.
It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Good luck with your report. Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41. Yeah, sure.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
You can be part of my squad.
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Recruit Detective Kim Kitsuragi.
He's really considering it.
I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
What?
Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes.
Is this like who's in Section C
Really?
or C Wing?
Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like
taking
it's
a roll call?
bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Side with the people. Are they fighting capitalism? Can actually fit 5 people in that? It's just like a normal sedan. Disco Elysium. I knew I would end like that. Well, the ending... Not sure about the ending. Just lists off whatever you've done, and then kind of has an inkling of what will happen next, but I would like it if it was more satisfying. Maybe it's the ending I chose, that's why. I wonder if there's New Game Plus, I gotta keep all my shit. I don't think so, but I would like to think so. Anyway, I'll be right back. Mickey W. Goodwin. By God. That was some epic voice acting. These people did a fantastic job. I really like what they've done. Really brought the characters to life. But yeah, my only regret, I did not go hard enough as a communist. Turns out I was more of a fascist. Or a traditionalist. And here comes the question of what I will play after this. I have no idea. I'll go through my Steam games list and see what I can plug in the meantime. But yeah. Right now it's nothing. Overall, I found the game to be very good. Although it lacked action for sure. It's not an action game. It still kept me very engaged with the writing. So, kudos to that, I guess. Just if I play it again, I might just skip most of the dialogue and that will save me a lot of time. Alright, maybe I'll catch you guys at the end of this credits. Yeah. Let's see if there's any after credits scenes or something like that. Oh, Larian Studios. It was also made by Larian Studios. I didn't even know. Ah, there's nothing. Well, what's collage? Failed playback. Yeah. Oh, it's just... You. Edit. These are all the characters. Some that I haven't actually seen before. These are effects. Weather. Heavy snow. Heavy rain. Time of day. Yeah, Kitsuragi. And just walking away. Didn't manage to rhetoric that damn container. Maybe next time I'll just go full rhetoric. Maybe nothing can stop me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going. Let's go back to Precinct 41 with Kuno. I want to find out what happened to Kuno afterwards. Speaker. Continue. Heard the bull. Oh, I have to edit the whole thing? No thanks. How do I get rid of it? And that's it. It's over. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll keep playing this in my own time. If you like the game, you should check it out. It is brilliant. Well, for me. For you, maybe not. I'm not sure. If you like this type of game or not. But I loved it. It's fantastic. Very political. I don't actually understand most of it, but whatever. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and Beach. See you next time. Beach.